Are we
You know,
moving?
Joe Kane, you look kind of like a young Santa Claus in terms of your facial
Hmm.
expression. You're obviously a lot skinnier than Santa Claus, a lot more fit than Santa Claus. But as our resident Santa Claus, you came up with the idea of doing a Christmas wish list for every NBA team.
Oh, wait, now I gotta play what I had queued up. You can't hear this, but like,
Yeah, it's in your headphones. Are you playing? Are you playing like Jingle Bells or something?
yeah.
All right. Well, well, Merry Christmas, everyone. We're only
Well,
8 days out
happy
now. So
holidays. Gotta be
true,
PC.
true, true. But as resident Santa, and with the season starting up, and with the Goldmine Fantasy Dynasty Basketball League starting up as well, check out updates for that on our Twitter and Instagram page. Joe, the question, we're gonna go team by team here. Do you want to take a division and then I'll take a division and then we can just
I'll
go
take
from there?
West.
Okay, and I'll take the East.
Yeah, you live in the East and I live in the West, so works out.
Perfect, perfect. So starting with the Atlantic, the Boston Celtics, I think the number one thing that they need to hope for is the emergence of a clear go-to guy. I think last season when they ran into problems, it was because Jaylen Brown, Kemba Walker, Gordon Hayward, and Jason Tatum were all playing tug of war. Obviously, Hayward's out of the mix now. I think you need Tatum to take a leap and prove he's the clear go-to. That's me for Boston. For Brooklyn, I think you need Kyrie and Durant to link perfectly. I think Kyrie Irving has proven in a lot of places that he can be a problem. He needs to embrace a role as a clear number two again and let Durant take over, and then they need to gel together well. The Knicks, I don't even know what to ask for. Development from RJ Barrett, maybe development from Obi Toppin, development from Mitchell Robinson. You can't ask for a playoff berth. I see nothing happening in New York this year for them. The Sixers, you hope for the shooters you acquire in Seth Curry to add some pop to that scoring offense, or maybe you hope for James Harden in a trade. That's been a rumor. Ben Simmons potentially going the other way, but they say that's not close. So yeah, I'll go with that. For the Raptors, I think you hope that again, the score by committee approach with an A1 in Siakam works and you're powered into the title conversation again. And you hope Van Vliet maybe proves himself as a go-to guard. Um,
Okay.
Now my Chicago Bulls. So what do I
We're
ask?
gonna go to the Pacific now.
Yeah,
Okay.
we'll go
Yeah.
division by division, so we're
Yeah.
not going on and on. Yeah, good point.
Okay. Golden State Warriors, what they're gonna want the most is a playoff berth. Okay. They want to. Steph Curry's gonna want to show that he can do it. Without Clay. The Splash Bros aren't gonna be available this year. Steph Curry wants to show that he can make it. LA Clippers, they're gonna make the playoffs most likely. They want playoff P to actually play.
And B live up to his name.
Yeah. LA Lakers, they're looking for that second ring. That's all they want. Phoenix Suns, they're looking to get a playoff berth as well. Same thing as Warriors. They just traded for CP3. He's he's got that effect. Going to get teams to playoffs. Did it with Oklahoma when they were going to tank. Uh, he can definitely do it with the Suns. And the Sacramento Kings, they just want better management. Okay, that's
Yep,
all they want.
that's a fair point.
Yeah.
Now moving over to the Central Division, my Chicago Bulls, Joseph. Oh, how I wish. A berth in the play-in tournament. That's I think what we would take at this point. And maybe some development defensively from Zach LaVine, but that's like you're asking Santa for a Christmas miracle on that one. The Cleveland Cavaliers, maybe you hope Colin Sexton takes a leap forward and you're powered into this playoff conversation. I still don't think they're there just yet, but who knows? Maybe they're in the discussion, especially with adding a Coro and some defense. I just don't know if they'll score enough. The Pistons, you hope Killian Hayes proves to be a go-to point guard. You've drafted a lot of guys that haven't panned out. Sekou Doumbia, there's still a lot of question marks about after his first year. Maybe Blake Griffin to stay healthy as well. The Indiana Pacers, you hope that Sabonis and Turner can figure out how to play together, or you just hope that you figure out which guy you want long term. Maybe Oladipo to be healthy as well. And of course, the Milwaukee Bucks. You hope that these additions power you to the top of the Eastern Conference once again. You hope that maybe you add a little more versatility offensively instead of Giannis just bullying his way to the bucket. And you hope in the playoffs, when it comes down to it, the box and one approach teams take on you, where you build a wall around the rim, doesn't work because of the shooters you have.
Yeah. Okay. Going into the Northwest, the present underneath Oklahoma City's tree is going to be in the draft next year, and they're hoping for a stacked draft class. You know, they got what 22 picks over the next 4 years in the first round or something. Yeah, they're looking for a great draft class to rebuild. Portland Trailblazers, they're going to be looking for some defense this season. You know,
Facts.
their star players, they don't have a lot of defense. Damian Lillard's not that great at defense. Great uh, offensive player, but you know they're missing that key defense, and losing Hassan Whiteside, it's going to hurt.
Hope
Uh,
Covington steps up on the wing.
yeah. Denver Nuggets, they're going to want Jokic to no, no, I'm going to change it. We're going to want to we fans are going to want to see Michael Porter Jr. Elevate his game this year. Okay, and Denver Nuggets will probably want that too. Minnesota Timberwolves, just Cat and D'Angelo Russell to gel. That's it. Utah Jazz, there's not much that they want this year. Okay, I mean, they're just like they just need a bench. They just need more on the bench.
Yeah,
Yeah.
more depth. All right, and then my final division here, we got the Southeast, the Atlanta Hawks. You know what they're hoping for. They're hoping defensively they improve a bit, especially with Onyeka Okongwu coming in at the 4 and Capella playing the 5. You hope the pick and roll with Trae Young powers you into the playoff conversation, potentially low 6, 7, 8 seed, maybe play in tournament. Then with the Charlotte Hornets, you're hoping that LaMelo Ball pans out as a scorer, not just a passer and like a tall point guard that's decent defensively. You want him to buy in on the defensive end for sure, and you want him to be a consistent scorer in this league. You want him to prove he is more than just Lonzo, which I think he is. Then the Miami Heat. You're just hoping for a trip back, honestly. This team is going to probably finish top 4 in the East, and you're hoping that Bam, Precious Achua, and everybody, and like with Butler, all unite and powers you back into that finals conversation. The Orlando Magic, this one's interesting, right? They're definitely still developing. They're young. You hope that Vucevic, Fournier, and the combination of young guys they have puts them in the playoff conversation as well. And then the last team, the Washington Wizards, you hope Russell Westbrook can find his way back to number 1 option status. I've expressed my doubts about that. I don't think it's going to happen. I think you're actually asking Santa for more than he can give you. But if Russell Westbrook can go back to MVP form, you have a chance to be a playoff team.
Yeah, and for the last division, the Southwest, let's start with the Houston Rockets. What do they want most for Christmas? They want Kyrie or KD for James Harden. And
don't think they're getting
that. They're asking Santa for too much this year. But since they're not getting it, they're gonna ask Santa for just James Harden to not hold out for most games, or go to strip clubs, which is a big problem with them. New Orleans Pelicans, they're gonna want Zion Williamson to take full control of the team this year. Okay, Drew Holiday's gone. He was leading the team last year while Zion was hurt for the majority of it. Or you could say Brandon Ingram, but it's like Drew Holiday. It's time for Zion to shine for the whole season. That's what they want. San Antonio Spurs, they snapped the longest playoff streak, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was 19 years or something.
I think it was 20.
Really?
Yeah. They're going to want to get back to the playoffs this year. But to do that, they're going to, want some more players on the bench. They just need depth. Okay, maybe just in the future look for a replacement for DeMar DeRozan if he doesn't work out this year. Memphis Grizzlies, this is Ja Morant's year, and they want him to show it. Okay, I can see him going for MIP, honestly.
For sure.
Yeah. And then the Dallas Mavericks, they're going for the gold. This is going to be the 10-year anniversary since the last championship.
Mm-hmm.
They got new Dirk Nowitzki and Luka, the new Dirk. as they call him.
Yeah.
I don't know who they are, but they call him that. And when Kristaps comes back, they're going to be a great team. You know, they drafted great. Josh Richardson is a great player from what I've seen in preseason. I mean, that doesn't say much because it's preseason, but oh my God. Yeah, you never told me he could shoot, Sam. I thought you said he
Yeah,
was
he
just.
can. He's 3-and-D. He's 3-and-D.
I thought you
That's
said
why
he
you
was just.
that's why you traded for him.
I thought you said he was just a defensive player.
No, he's a 3-and-D wing.
Hey everyone, thank you guys so much for watching. If you want to see our last video, click here. If you want to subscribe, click here.